What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Friday night Smackdown review. A lot going on in this show tonight. As what do we got going on here? Because many things going on in this show, from a return to a tournament to the tag team titles, which kick off this show. We're in Indianapolis tonight, and we kicked it off with the tag team titles on the line with the Usos versus the New Day. Basically, if the Usos can beat the New Day here and get past them, that now they will become the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history, because the New Day trying to hold on to that. You know, the New Day is still trying to hold on to that record and whatnot past the Usos, and who would be taking the longest one. Now, I kind of expected this match to be the main event, but no, this kicked off the beginning of the show, and gotta say, this was one hell of a match out here, okay? Listen, when it comes to New Day and Uso matches, New Day Uso matches have always been great. Whether it's been any incarnation or whatever form of the New Day, whether it be Woods and Kofi, or Kofi Big E, Woods and Big E, or whichever way you want to put it, the New Day has always had just incredible matches with the New Day with with the Usos. Man, I couldn't even get my words out correct. But especially from a few years ago. What was it, like Smackdown 2016, 17, and whatnot? I thought they were one of the best things on Smackdown with both of those teams. Like, they were always just put on just hella great matches all the time, okay? And this was no difference here. And I almost didn't know who was gonna win this one, because it's not like it was a whole bunch of screwy stuff out there. And I kind of thought the New Day almost had this after hitting like what 2 midnight hours and whatnot, but it did not work. Basically both teams just start brawling in the middle of the ring. Then Usos hitting like super kicks, even sending Woods into the timekeepers area. Um, Kofi up top rope with Jimmy. Both the Usos on the top rope with Kofi. Kofi knocks him down. Kofi looks like he's about to go for a dive, but he gets hit with a 1D in midair, and the Usos still retain the tag team titles, which now, right, like after Monday on Raw, they will become the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history. Basically, both teams kind of, had a, you know, kind of stared at each other while they were all exhausted and whatnot, giving a head nod and everything as a respect. So yeah, um, just one hell of a match to open the show, and it was pretty big. I'm not gonna lie, I thought the New Day had it a few times there, but I figured the Usos were gonna retain and still hold on to the titles. As they went to the back then, Roman Reigns was waiting there because he was watching on the monitor with Sol Sikoa and Paul Heyman. No Sami Zayn there this week, surprisingly, but um, Reigns told Usos, this is now what it feels like to be the greatest of all time. And this is the promised land right here. And listen, we got to handle some business tonight, and I need y'all by my side, all right? So he's got a big announcement going on. Basically, Reigns hugged them and everything, and before they can come out later on tonight. So we'll see where that goes. Right after that began the World Cup tournament. Whoever wins this tournament will get a shot at the Intercontinental Championship, which we kicked it off with Santos Escobar versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Of course, they even did mention that Nakamura will be facing the Great Muta in his retirement tour on New Year's Day and whatnot. I guess they're trying to get good with Pro Wrestling Noah right now, that they let Nakamura even do that match, against the Great Muta. But Nakamura, this is a good match. Of course, Legato got involved throughout the whole thing. I kind of expected, wow, I have a phone call every time I do a review. What's up with that? But yeah, every time I do a review, it's always a phone call though. But as I was saying, yeah, most of the Legato got involved throughout the entire match and stuff. So, I kind of figured who was gonna win right here. I don't know what happened to Hit Row. Like, weren't they kind of helping Nakamura? Nakamura helped them. Why didn't they come back and help him in this match? But Legato, Santos got the win with the Phantom Driver off the top rope, so he ended up beating Nakamura from there. But right after that, I know they showed Veterans Day package, because today is Veterans Day, folks. So remember that. Um, right after that, they they went to what did they go to? Yes, the 6-pack challenge. Well, not the 6-pack challenge yet, but they went to LA Knight, who was being interviewed, talking about not being in this whole world tournament and stuff. And then next, they had the Bray Wyatt logo kept going on in the back. Wyatt basically ended up showing up then, saying there's a lot of anger brewing inside you and whatnot. and he feels the same. He said, he talking about the rage would make him a monster and stuff. And talking about he's not proud of the things he does, but he started laughing, talking about he's not sure of that anymore, and what it takes to get respect and everything. How far are you willing to go to get it? And Knight, went on to say, hey, it's none of your business, all right? And basically go back to your romper room and play with your puppets and whatnot. And stick 'em where it gives you pleasure, okay? And the monitor just starts going off again. Wyatt just headbutts him in, and he disappeared. He just walked away, and then LA Knight wonder where he went. So at least Bray Wyatt's doing something different. I guess this will be his first opponent coming up, because how many weeks were we gonna have Bray Wyatt doing the whole "Hey, I'm happy to be back. How y'all doing out there?" I'm saying a whole bunch of things that don't really need to nothing, and then you have the howdy dude show up and stuff. So at least this is now leading to something, and it's not the same promo every week. So at least we know his first feud coming up. Right after that, we had the six-pack challenge to see who will be the number one contender for the SmackDown Women's title. Liv Morgan, Raquel Gonzalez, Shotzi Blackheart, Sonya Deville, Lacey Evans, which who's finally back from purgatory and whatnot. Who her push has just been, you can almost forget where she is. Like the last time she did something was what happened to her job to Liv Morgan. That's kind of it. And Xia Li. Um, this match was all over the place, and then again, it kind of makes you wonder who's really capable in this match of even taking on Ronda Rousey when you think about it. Raquel Gonzalez, maybe, but they have wrestled each other before, but they don't want to run that back yet. Um, one thing throughout this match, I saw some people point out tonight was when what Wade Barrett called, Shotzi, she's a weirdo and everything, and then he had to say like, I'm straight or everything, and my friend did have a point. They say he wouldn't have been quote unquote canceled, but yeah, the PC marks probably would have gone on Twitter and bitch, moan, and complain and find some way to get mad at him for saying weirdo or anything. So you know how the internet gets mad and goes into their little bullshit fits. So that's some PC mark bullshit. But right after that, what this match? Honestly, this match was just kind of to be honest. And I think that whole thing with the table, which Gonzalez gonna power bomb Xia Li onto, and then Liv just jumped from the barricade onto Gonzalez, and I guess she's gonna try to catch her and put her through the table, but it didn't work and missed the whole thing. And Shotzi won and beat Lacey. She beat Lacey Evans, and that was it. Do I believe Shotzi and Ronda Rousey sounds like a pay-per-view match? Not really, especially for Survivor Series for the title. No, this sounds like a match that you would put on SmackDown probably next week for the title, not on pay-per-view. So I don't know how to really see where that's gonna happen. And then they had Emma congratulating her, and then she asked where Madcap Moss was, because I believe they are actually together. So now they're probably gonna make this a thing. Now it's gonna be an on-screen couple. When we know they actually, I believe they're a couple for real life. So don't know where that's going. Rousey, not Rousey, but Baszler shows up saying, yeah. What do you think doing? You think you can win and stuff? And Shot says, I got a lot to say to Rousey, and Baszler told her to turn around, and Rousey was there. Baszler ended up choking her out as Rousey laughed, like, oh, well, what's wrong, huh? What's wrong? Clean up on aisle green. So, um, yeah, I don't really want to see the match in general. Well, it's not, I don't want to say I don't want to see the match. It's just this match don't sound like it should be on pay-per-view. It just sounds like it should be on TV. But Rousey, I believe, is just going to win anyway. So there you go. Um, what else happened on SmackDown? Jinder Mahal, and haven't seen him in God knows how long. I think the last time I saw him, he was with the dancing Shanky, but that has disappeared now. And he's cutting his promo, talking about he's back and stuff. And then Braun Strowman comes out and basically just kills Jinder Mahal. Gotta say, Braun Strowman did wake the crowd up though, and stuff. So he did get a pretty good reaction out there. Does a little run around the ring thing, and hits a power bomb and wins. Okay, like I said, this guy, I gotta say, man, this guy makes a lot of noise on Twitter, which I don't agree with a lot of stuff he's been saying on Twitter, but I thought he did own Mustafa Ali though, even though they had had some go backs against each other. I thought Strowman kind of got him after a while, but say what you want about Strowman, the guy comes out and he gets a big reaction out there, so he is over. Let's remember that. Next, it looks like it was about to be Zelina Vega versus Beef Fab. Thank God we did not see this match, because it probably would have been really bad. It ended up with the Viking Raiders returning with KFC Logan and whatnot. People I know would say that Logan looks very bad out there, but they are really playing up to the whole Viking thing. They must have been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Valhalla or something, or whatever Viking history they can. But yeah, Sarah Logan, KFC Logan is back. Like I said, just war paint, shaved hair, no shoes. Yeah, I guess trying to fit the whole Viking thing is possible, but will the Viking Raiders even try to win the tag team titles? Or would they even be the ones to beat the Usos? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too far into that because, they were having a pretty good push a while ago, but, I believe Ivar got hurt and we hadn't seen them. That's why they were kind of gone for a minute. So now they brought in Logan in since she had got fired from the company a couple of years ago. So now she's with the Raiders and whatnot. Bloodline came out as the fans chanted Usi. Reigns said to acknowledge him. Heyman talked about, we took the private jet to this hellhole tonight. By the way, this is the building where the Shield is born, so Survivor Series is coming up, almost on their 10th anniversary and stuff. And as the fans were booing and everything, Heyman talked about, Usos versus New Day is not one of the great sports rivalries and stuff. New Day can't compare to the Usos. Reigns, got on the mic then, so it's not easy being his cousin and stuff because it's greatness throughout their entire lives and stuff. And Reigns is gonna talk about the Usos and talk about this big announcement he's supposed to be talking about, but we never got to that announcement because the Brawling Brutes came out saying they brought some backup. Sheamus was back. Well, Sheamus got married recently, that's why he was off TV, but he was back and his mic kept going out, so he couldn't really hear what he was saying. And even Reigns is like, "Yeah, we can't even hear you on the mic. Okay, we can't hear you. Like you don't even have a mic that works." And Shaman says, "You know, I don't have a problem saying it to your face." Next, thing you know, they start brawling with the bloodline in, but they were outnumbered. Drew McIntyre comes out there, then taking out the Usos. Him and Solo go at it. He's taking down Solo, but Reigns attacks him from behind. In after that, next, Sheamus is pulling Reigns off of Drew, which everybody just starts brawling in the ring, and that's closed the show. Basically, this is going to end up being a War Games match, I bet. And I'm sure Sami Zayn will be the fifth man when he comes back next week. Who will be the fifth man for Drew and the Brawling Brutes? I don't know, but this smells like a War Games match waiting to happen, and I'm sure it'll be announced by next week. Okay, so yeah. We'll see what happens there. But overall, SmackDown, SmackDown wasn't that bad, okay? Usos versus New Day was obviously the match of the night, hell of a match. The World Cup tournament, we'll see what goes on from there. Um, whoever gets a shot at the Intercontinental title. Did not care too much about the six-pack women's challenge. It was just there, and I don't really believe Shotzi and um, Rousey's gonna be a big pay-per-view match. Doesn't sound like it. And the Viking Raiders were back on SmackDown. So, and I guess we got Bray Wyatt's first opponent now also, whenever he will have his first match back. So yeah. Other than that, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodieKnight890. I'm out of here. See you guys then. Peace out.